Good evening and welcome to Tales of Myth and Mayhem. I am Marc, I'm your storyteller for this evening, and I will be speaking like this for the rest of the night. We are playing Rivers of London, our campaign Adventures of Weird Bollocks. We will be starting with the starter scenario from the book, because none of us fucking know it. Thank you very much, Muff. So yeah, Rivers of London by Ben Aranovich. Very cool book series, fairly cool role-playing game based off the BRP system. I like what they've done with the damage, everything fairly simplified. We will go around, say hello to everyone, introduce their characters a little bit, and then we shall get started. Okay, so we will start with Lavaita.
Hi, I'm Lavaita. I'm playing Sarah Nicholson, who's a tattooist.
Okay, front suite. Kat, how about you, my dear? Huh? Who?
Huh?
Where? What? When? Tuesday. How you doing? Who are you playing?
Still me.
Yes?
I'm
Still
sorry.
you. It's okay. Usually it's me that fucks up on these things, but today, no.
I blame you.
That's fair.
Still. Because it's not me that hears wrong, it's you that can't speak. I'm sorry. Hi, I'm
not
Kathrine.
wrong.
I am playing Rachel Lennox, and let's just say I'm a code cracker because I can't pronounce that word correct.
Cryptographer.
Yeah, exactly.
See, and I can't speak well then.
Yeah, my mouth won't do that.
That's okay.
Cryptograph.
Cryptograph, there you go. Sounds very Aileen, how about you?
Hello, I'm good. I am playing Elsie Robbins, a 27-year-old entertainer from Tadcaster who has moved down to Soho.
Very cool. And thank you very much, Melissa, for the bits. Unfortunately, it's not a complication, it's just for you guys. I mean, that's just the playing favourites here. You have 2 bonuses to start the game with. And last but certainly not least, Aleks.
Hi, I am Aleks. I'm playing Nikki Martin, who is an architect with a sort of interest in like buildings and engineering and interesting stuff.
So, yeah, I'm sorry, it's just me, my head going everywhere. Oh, right, okay. Now we've got a complication. Now we're kicking my gas. Thank you. Right. So, for those of you who don't know, Rivers of London is set in a world where... Very much appreciated. Sorry. I just need to answer his. I shouldn't look at that. Right. So, Rivers of London is set in a world where our world connects with the Fey realm and with certain powers or gods that are known as Genii Locum. So rivers rivers, for example, take on personalities, take on aspects of themselves. Currently, there is a goddess of the River Thames, Mama Thames. There's also Father Thames, but he tends to stay upriver in the more rural areas. For a long time in Britain, magic was just about dead. Only one real official wizard, magician, if you like to call it, DCI Nightingale, from the London Police, was able to take care of any special cases that might come up, which get the code name of Falcon. One day, a young police constable, not yet finished his year probation, stumbled on the fact that he could see ghosts and talk to them. When Nightingale discovered this, took him on as his apprentice. Things have quickly gone to shit in London in that magic is spiralling. It's becoming much more prevalent, causing much more problems. There is the Demimonde, where all the trolls and goblins and elves and rivers and everything live, and just out of sight of the rest of us. So because it's become more prevalent and there's an uptick in things which might be police related, Nightingale and Peter Grant have started to reach out to expand what they call the Folly. The Folly's building, where this branch of the police operate off. So they've started to expand, and obviously there's not terribly many police officers that would be able to do the job. So they have had to branch out to civilian consultants, and that is where these lovely people come in. The Follies had to, as I said, had to grow quite quickly recently. There have been a couple of major events, almost almost equivalent to terrorist attacks, really, by inhuman creatures. So the police are a little bit at their wits' end. So they've been training people up, both officers and these civilian consultants. These four have just finished their initial training. Do you all know each other?
My initial thought is no.
Then, as it is a Sunday morning at 8 in the morning. Wait a minute, just looking for something you find. 8 in the morning on a Sunday. It is. Wait a minute. I know I'm useless at this shit. You all go to the Folly. You've done some training here. You've interacted with police officers. You've interacted with DCI Nightingale. That's Detective Chief Inspector, who is the head of the Folly. Appears to be a man is probably about late 50s. He is very dapper looking, might come across as very posh, but after talking to him for a few minutes, you see how warm he is. He's very precise and exact, but you would never come away feeling that he looked down on you, even with his upper class accent and way of speaking. He has called you here, it's at 8 AM on a Sunday, to the visitors' room. Once you're all there, standing around, you see a woman who you might have seen before, or even know the name of, Molly, in a Victorian servant's outfit, including the little frilly white cap. She doesn't smile. She doesn't. You can't hear any footsteps. It appears to. Oh, thank you, Tim. She appears to glide along the floor as she brings in tea and coffee and cakes and biscuits and a lot more than you could ever eat. Following her heels, a tiny little dog yapping away. Again, you might have seen him before, you might have heard of him. Toby, the ghost hunting dog. And every so often, Molly will look down and you see a smile, and in that smile you might notice some very, very sharp teeth. And she drops a little biscuit or cake for the dog, who yaps and runs around her. She comes to each of you and offers a cup. Doesn't say a word. Do you take something to drink from her?
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Yep.
If you take coffee or tea, it is absolutely excellent. She leaves you to your own devices. So you might want to introduce yourselves to each other. That was a command, not a suggestion.
So, Kat, you're muted.
You're muted, Kat.
Oh, nice. Just for the fun of it, how's the
Still
coffee?
muted.
No.
Yeah.
I really should.
No, you're not. No, you're
Oh,
not.
yeah.
Thank you. So, Marc, how is the coffee?
Coffee is good. It's piping hot. It's freshly ground.
Just normal coffee or actually good coffee?
Actually good coffee.
Okay. because in that case, Rachel will like, and take a sip and just.
Right, hold on a minute, because unfortunately Lavaita cannot hear you. So I've told her to fuck off and come back. And are you still showing is muted? No, she's not. Da, da, da. Dancing and singing and all that shit. Is she back? And she's back. Can you hear her now? Come on, Kat. Shout at her. Go on. Swear.
Can you hear me now?
There you
How?
go. Now you can all talk to one another and I can shut my fucking mouth. So introduce yourselves while you wait on DCI Nightingale.
Well, I can probably start. Do you want a description too?
Yes, please.
Yes, please. Well, Rachel is... What time of year were we? I'm sorry, Marc, did you say that?
No, I didn't, because I have no clue. Let's say early in the year.
Early in the year, so
Maybe let's say.
winter, early spring. Okay. So in that case, Rachel will be in tight blue jeans, Doc Martens boots with heel, and probably some nice blouse underneath, just above knee length, black woolly coat. She's opened that when she comes in, and she have this golden blonde hair going down to the middle of her back, and it's up in a ponytail and with several hair bands with 10 centimeters between them. Blue eyes, quite small, slender. She's not the strong one. So she'll reach out to the one nearest to her. Hello, Rachel Lennox.
Who is nearest?
I'll go. Okay, so Elsie has quite clearly not been to bed yet. Sunday 8 a.m. is absolutely the mischievous time for me. She's wearing an outfit underneath that is definitely not for early spring. It looks like it might be a bit crisp, but the coat that Elsie's wearing on the top is clearly not hers. Like, she has finangled that off some fella that was at her establishment and had to walk home in just his shirt. She has red curly hair, but like definitely artificial red. That kind of like really berry juicy red that was all the rage sort of 10 years ago. And she's got makeup on, which at one point was gorgeous, but it's definitely showing worse for wear now that it's been on for 12 hours and quite possibly as many drinks. Hiya, Elsie. How are you doing? What brings you here today?
I suppose we had been asked by
You're all there for the same reason.
But I didn't know she was.
Ah, okay. Oh, fair enough. I mean, really.
Yeah, we lost.
Yeah, Aleks will be back in a second. Just restarting it.
Okay. And again, names, words, but she will say, like, I have been asked to come. What about you? Same reason?
Yeah. I mean, I forgot it was today. I should have probably gone home, but there you go. Definitely.
You look like someone who needed sleep.
Definitely clinging to whatever is in the coffee that I was given as a sign of like life. How about you two?
I'm kind of average-ish height, wearing like a green cable knit, sort of dark foresty green cable knit jumper, and black trousers, and here's like a mixture of like it's been dark, but it's been dyed blue and green on top of it in streaks. Hi, my name's Sarah. Sarah, not Sarah. Very different name. I've just come through the training as well, so I'm guessing we're all here for some kind of job. Are you okay? You warm enough there?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because the coat.
Yeah. Look, I can wrap it around me almost twice. Poor fella that gave it me isn't though. Ho ho.
And Aleks, you're the last one to introduce yourself.
Yeah, I've got like a dark bob, and I basically look like I've been dressed from like the classics range in Marks and Spencer. Like I'm quite serious, like business. Like I'm just sitting holding a pencil and like doodling on a piece of paper, just sketching. And I've just been watching everybody. And I'm like, yeah, I've done the training. I'm Nikki. It's nice to meet you all.
Rachel, if you're writing, are you writing or only drawing?
No, I'm just drawing.
Okay.
Like I'm just like sketching. I think I'm doing like a plan of the room, just like something to do with my hands, because
Okay.
I'm like to hide how nervous I am
Nikki
about
would
like
love
the
the
first
Folly.
thing.
The Folly is an old Georgian building.
Yeah.
And it is, at the moment, it's kind of marred by like whiteboards and things like that, because you all know that electronics don't really work inside the Folly, so you won't be able to use your phone or use the internet here. So there's lots of whiteboards up, lots of old school sort of tracking technology, pin boards and red thread. But there's columns throughout. There is 2 floors. There's a coach house. It is in perfect condition. As you enter, there's a bust of Sir Isaac Newton, who actually founded the Folly. He founded the official system of magic for Britain, which you would all have learned in your training. That's why Newtonian magicians, or Newtonian magic. There is other forms of magic as well. However, this is the official one, supported by the police in the UK. But Nikki, you would probably you've been, as I say, you'll have been here a few times, but this place would somewhere you would love to come back to again and again. I'll share with you some maps of it later, because I think it's probably more important for your character than anyone else's. So 8 o'clock on the button, you hear Kane tapping onto the marble floor, and you see DCI Nightingale enter, silver-topped cane in hand, suit immaculate, smiling at all of you. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining me. Earlier, I received a phone call from our colleagues at Charing Cross Primary Crime Unit. There was an incident last night at Stonewater's Bookshop, down on New Row. They believe it will be of interest to us. It is not certain as yet if it's Falcon applicable. However, given the times, it might be important that we assess the situation. One of the booksellers, a Mr. Warwick Anderson, was assaulted at approximately 12:30 a.m. while rearranging a display in the bookshop basement. Mr. Anderson, though somewhat concussed, managed to telephone the emergency services. The call handler sent a response team to the bookshop, where they were forced to force an entry in order to render assistance. Our colleagues from Charing Cross carried out a search of the premises while Mr. Anderson was being seen by the attending paramedics. They found no alarms tripped, and no evidence of a break-in, nor of anything having been stolen. However, there were obvious signs of disturbance in the basement, matching the description given to them by the victim. I would like you to interview Mr. Anderson to establish his recollection of events. He's awaiting you at the Cappuccino Lounge, also on your row. Then I would like you to visit the bookshop and carry out an inspection, including an initial vestigium assessment, to determine whether this is, indeed, a Falcon case. Miss Saffron Jackson, the store's manager, will be on hand to escort you to the bookshop. Will be on hand to escort you. The bookshop usually opens at 11 a.m. on a Sunday, and by all accounts, Miss Jackson is keen to resume business at the earliest possible convenience. Report back to me once you've completed your initial inquiries. I await your findings with interest. And he tips his head to you and walks out again. Another police officer comes up, starts talking to him right away. Said, "Oh, before I forget, unfortunately we do not have any police constables that can accompany you at the moment. You will find Constable Singh sitting with attending Mr. Anderson at the coffee shop. He can give you any further information you might need there. If this isn't a Falcon case, we will obviously not waste any of our officers on it. If so, we'd like to find out as soon as possible. Good luck." He turns back to the police officer that just came to him and talks away. And Aleks is gone again.
And just to, when everyone else introduced themselves, Rachel will have given her hand to them also, not just Elsie. So when the others introduced themselves, she would go around to them too.
Yeah, we're past that.
It was just, I felt it would have been
about 8 o'clock to start. It doesn't matter if people were talking or anything else. Nightingale is very, very punctual. So it wouldn't matter if you were in the middle of saying a word, he would come in and start his briefing. Right. Also, it is taken for granted that you would all have been shaking hands as you introduced yourselves to one another. Unfortunately, Aleks can see us, but we cannot see her. Aleks, can you talk for a second, see if we can hear you?
Can you hear me?
We can hear you at least.
I don't know. I've refreshed my camera, but it's not
Wait.
it's not talking to the.
I turned your camera off. I turn it back on, and no.
I mean, I can see myself, but obviously that doesn't make any difference.
Well, we can just hope that it comes in. So you can either drop out of Video Ninja and drop back in, or just stay and not be seen, and we'll pretend you're a ghost.
I'll just refresh, and then I'll see if I come back magically.
No bother. So, you have been given your task. What's the plan?
Have we got transport to get over there, or do we just make our own way?
Yes, back. You would, if you had a police officer with you, you'd probably be able to get a pool car. Let's say you need to make your own way. If you get a taxi or whatever, as long as it's within reason, your expenses will be covered. This would all have been done in your training. All been covered in your training.
New Rose down Covent Garden kind of way, I think.
Yes, it is. Ooh, someone knows London.
Not very well.
My character's meant to know London really well, but yeah. I couldn't have said that.
You could have said that.
Right. Remember, I am the GM for I don't know how many games, and I don't know how many real cities. I know none of them. Not even my own. So, yeah. I just make it up. So what's the plan?
Well, let's go then.
Yeah.
Has anyone got a working phone? Mine got broken when we were learning, and I haven't had time to replace it yet. So I can't summon a taxi, is what I'm saying.
None of you can summon a taxi from in there. You need to go outside from it.
Yeah. Mine's not working right now. I don't know what's up with it, but I can't get anything at the moment.
You all know you can't use electronics in the Folly. Once you're outside, you'll be able to use it, no problem. Or there are certain areas in the Folly, like the coach house, where you can use it. By the way, I will not be doing accents unless I am very, very lucky. So if I say someone sounds posh, just imagine they sound posh, no matter what I sound like.
So what is it? Taxi or tube?
What's
I
the
guess we could do the tube from here.
what's the fastest? Because
Oh, taxi definitely, but like tube's not difficult.
no, but she wanted to
Just say
open
you
the
get there.
Let's just get the taxi.
Let's just get there.
taxi.
This is not an important part of.
Yeah, I regret trying to add flavour by specifying that my phone was broken.
No. That's good that you play that because maybe one of them will ask you why. I know why. But it is important. You should have a spare phone.
Yeah, I've got like a Nokia 3310. It's not going to summon anything on Uber.
No, it will not. No, that is good flavour to add. So you decide, do you, well, no, let's do this because you've got a complication there. So let's see, do you take a taxi or do you go on the tube?
I'd rather take a taxi.
I could do with the coffee once we get there, to be honest.
Oh, we're meeting at the coffee lounge. I'm hoping there's going to be more coffee.
Yeah.
You get a taxi.
Can I have the front seat, please?
That's a hackney.
All four of us
All
can
in the
fit in
little
the back.
benches in the
Aye,
back.
5 will fit in the back.
I'm hanging out the window like an excited Labrador.
So you get the hackney cab. The driver keeps trying to talk to you about anything. He's talking about immigrants, and at first you think he might be a bit of an arsehole, but no, he's saying that all immigrants should be welcome, and he hates this fucking government, and because we're in 2016. I mean, we take the government now as well, but back into that back then even more probably. He's talking away and he's asking what you're doing there, and it's a lovely building, and starts talking about architecture throughout London. Like, it kind of pricks your ears up a little bit. And before you know it, the drive through London is done. It's kind of a stop-start sort of thing. You know, it's even on a Sunday morning. London traffic can be kind of busy. But you get there, you see the coffee shop, and on the same side of the road, about 20 metres down, you see the bookshop. Wonderfully named Stonewaters. And just because I'm terrible at keeping in the thing of the story, the reason that is because Waterston's paid Ben Aranovich to write a story for them for a promo thing. And he called the bookshop in the story Stonewaters. And that's what this actual scenario is based off of. So let's see how much I fuck up. You arrive at the cafe. It's quiet. There's you see one person sitting inside, hunched over, wearing chinos, and a kind of checked shirt, very messy hair. Standing at the door is a tall Asian gentleman who you presume would be PC Singh. He's wearing his uniform. His hat is off. And he opens the door for you as you enter. You're the consultants then?
Yeah, hi.
Can I see your ID, please?
I've just hit my Folly.
Yeah.
Thing.
I've got it
ID.
on one of those little stretchy
Yes.
doobries. You know, I'm like super.
I pull mine out from my bra.
He smiles. Glad you're here. This guy's a bit of a wreck at the moment. Name's Warwick Anderson. Seems to have been assaulted last night, or this morning, 12:30 a.m. in the bookshop. We've had a word with him, but we're told you might want a wee word as well.
Yeah, we just need to figure out if it's a Falcon case or not.
Ah, weird bollocks. He smiles at you. I'm Carmen, by the way. And he puts his hand out to shake your hand.
Shake his hand. Good to meet you. I'm Sarah.
Nice to meet you, and introduces to each of you. Kind of exciting, you know, maybe a Falcon case. Not that I'd like to go to the Folly. There's Tim when he's investigating already. If you need any help, I'll just be over here. And he walks up to the counter and gets a coffee. Smiles at the person serving him. You see Warwick Anderson sitting at the table, hands over a glass cup of milky coffee, tapping his foot really hard. You sit down, you can see so a stitch, not a stitch wound, but a plastered over wound on his head. Because you don't use the stitches now unless they have to.
I think I'm going to go over and chat to him.
He looks absolutely exhausted and keeps looking over his shoulder as you do so, and when he sees you, he gets kind of a fright. But then PC Singh nods at him and he says, you're from the police, are you?
Yeah, we're consultants. Good to meet you. Are you Warwick?
Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah. Hi.
God, it's been such a terrible time. Have you been up all night?
Yeah. I think this is my fifth one. Really, really good coffee, he shouts.
Yeah.
No problem, love.
Well, hopefully we won't take up too much more of your time. We just need to ask a few questions.
Yeah, of course. What do you need to know?
Well, so I want to get straight, like, what happened last night? So you were at the bookshop at, was it half midnight?
Yeah, just back at 12. I was doing some restocking, some what do you call it, reshelving.
What time did the store close?
Oh, on a Saturday it's open till 10 at night. But I was moving about celebrity chef books, moving the other end of the cookery section. And I get hit in the back of the head. Hurt like hell.
Was it a book?
I turned around and found a Banksy Wall and Peace at my feet. It was the paperback, though, not the hardback. Because being the hardback I'd have been. That would really hurt.
Even worse.
But I was only one in Bookshop.
Yeah, because I was going to say, like, Saturday night, there could have been some people fooling around. And, I mean, this is quite a busy area, isn't it?
No, because I'd locked up and there was there. I'd done my rounds check. There was no one there. I had to move these books. I had a wee rest beforehand. I was moving the books. Kind of spooked. I couldn't see anyone that could have thrown it. So I went upstairs to take a look, make sure that no one had broken in, because I'd been downstairs for a while. But the doors were all locked, and I couldn't see anyone. I was feeling a wee bit annoyed. Sorry?
No windows open, not a connecting basement to any other building, nothing like that?
No, nothing. That's... This used to be two buildings. They get bought and they get mashed together, so it gives it a kind of weird shape. But no, so I was feeling, after this, I kind of felt a bit stupid. And I gave up looking and went back to moving the books. Next thing I know, I get hit in the head by a soft fucking toy. Sorry for swearing.
Don't worry about it. You've had a lot. People swear under these circumstances. It couldn't have possibly been like a tube train going by and knocked a book off, could it?
Well, after the toy hit me, I went to turn round and I got knocked over by like a ton of books. Completely flattened me. A couple of the big art books and everything. Hit me back of the head.
Okay, probably not a tube train then.
No, I don't think so. I got downstairs, dialed 999, then it was all a bit hazy. Someone got me to the ambulance. I went home, then I got a call asking to come back in so I could be interviewed by some special crimes unit. You lot, I take it. I told them there's no way I was going 500 metres of that place. But they convinced me to meet you over here instead.
So, who's over there now?
Oh, my boss will be, Miss Jackson.
Okay, and nothing like this has ever happened before?
Not while I've been here. I've worked
How
for
long?
10 years.
Yeah.
Maybe a weird question. I hope you will excuse me. The first book that hit you, what was that?
That was the Banksy book, Wall and Peace. But it was, as I said, it's only the paperback, so could have been worse. Maybe the hardback of that might not be here anymore.
So it's quite a big book, or?
Yes.
Okay.
How's business been lately? Have you been busy?
Busy enough. After Christmas, got the sales on. Usually do a fair bit of trade there. I mean, if you ask me, we could do away with the customers. I've got reshelving to do and they just get in the way. I don't really want to be sitting there at 12. I'm standing there at 12:30 moving books about, but
Has anyone returned that book recently, or had anything to say about that book in particular?
not as far as I know. It's a fairly good seller, actually.
Have you had any altercations with anyone recently?
Me? No. I keep my head down. Just go to work, my nights out, go out with my mates.
Have any of the other staff ever noticed anything weird happen?
You need to ask them, but no one ever said anything to me.
It's, people talk about stuff in the break room and that kind of thing.
Never heard anything about it.
Something you said made me curious. You said it used to be 2 buildings?
Yeah, I think so. I think these go back to the 1800s. I'm not sure. It's quite interesting, but
So could there be a way through from the other side of what was that building?
I don't think so. I've not checked it all through myself, but as I said, I've worked there 10 years and I've never seen anything like that, no. They knocked them together, fitted out the basement, but, worst thing about it is a total nightmare when it comes to shoplifters.
Because it's hard to see them.
Yeah, definitely. There's loads of dead space.
Could no one have hidden in that before you locked up?
No, I said, did my round, did my checks every day. When we lock up, we do a round. Amy had went home. She left half an hour before we closed.
Do you have any, CCTV or anything on the building?
Yeah, there's CCTV in there. You can ask, I keep forgetting her fucking name. Jackson, Saffron Jackson. You can ask Saffron. I'm sure she'll let you see it.
Where exactly, if we were to go into the shop now, because we probably are going to in a little while, where exactly in the basement were you?
Well, when you go in, when you go in, you go into the dome and turn to the left, and you get the stairs going down. And I was right there. Wait a minute, hold on a second. I'm looking at a map. See? Yeah, there's me. When you come out down the stairs, just to the right of the till, where the cooking books are, the cookery section.
Have you got someone that can take you home once this is all done? I'm just concerned about you having head blows and being on your own.
PC signed. I'll take him home after this, unless you all need me in the shop. But we've done our bit there.
And you said there was nothing stolen?
Nothing's missing, no.
Kat, you're not coming through.
Oh. No, that's my fault. I'd muted you. No, because of the fan. I just wrote that to you in the chat as well because I was answering your question. Sorry.
That's fair. Do we have a number we can contact you on if we have further questions?
Yeah, I gave it to the police officer.
Okay, perfect. Then, yeah.
Can I just ask, do you normally stay late after midnight? Have you ever been in the store at that time before?
Plenty of times. We even had a while a couple of years ago where they decided it was a great idea to have a 24-hour Friday onto Saturday. Didn't last too long. But if things need moving about and we're too busy, then yeah, I'll do it after the place is closed. Better than leaving it for someone else to come the next morning and have to do it when they start, I do love how Tim is investigating away with you. That's fucking brilliant. Right. Anything else you want to ask him?
Nothing is coming to me right now.
So you say your goodbyes, say goodbye to PC Sign. So he gives you.
Oh no! Before we go, we're grabbing coffees to take out.
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah. So Sign already ordered them for you. Probably when you were, I think, asked what you were after. Got you all the coffees.
Might get the chance to talk to Singh as well and see if he's got any sense of anything weird about the case himself.
Well, you speak to him, but no, he's as you said, it's one of those weird Bollocks cases, not something that he would really usually gets involved in. That's why it's kind of exciting, but it's also not something you want to get caught up in, because if you get caught up in the Falcon stuff, then you end up staying with the Falcon stuff, and quite a lot.
And I imagine they're hoping to
want
palm it off so it's not their problem anymore.
Yes, something like this, where it's, they would much rather it was Falcon, and but 90% of the time it won't be. Yeah, but he's nice. As I say, he introduced himself, seems nice enough. I'm going his fucking first name again already, because I am some.
That's the negative talk.
I said I'm awesome.
Okay, you were heading towards.
No, I was being sarcastic, but I did say I was awesome. Carnum signs, so he gives you his card as well, because they all get their cards to give out. You can tell. Give me a social roll, any or all of you. I like the fact that this is all put into social, or read person actually. Yeah, I forgot.
Ooh, I don't even know what I did with my dice now.
Just use the.
Yeah, no, I'm like, which window is it? Because I closed everything to.
The joys of streaming, yeah.
That's a 5 for me.
Rubbish.
That's 69, nice.
But
that's
rubbish.
I was rolling against 60, so I've got a pretty good pass there. I can't remember what
that's
good ones are.
So what did you get, Rachel?
5 under 30.
There we go. And so did Elsie. What's the 5 under 30 as well?
Yeah, for full. I have 30-50.
No, I mean for Elsie, I've got your sheet there. I don't have Elsie's open.
Oh, 60. I don't have.
You're 60, okay. Right, so they don't have, although this is the basic role-playing system, same as Call of Cthulhu, they don't do extreme successes here, so you just have regular, hard, or crit. Nikki, that doesn't really surprise me that you don't notice the thing about the person. It's not... Yeah, it's not really your thing. You're probably paying more attention to looking at the window, looking at how the buildings across the street are put together.
Yeah.
Noticing that a lot of these are, 200-year-old buildings. There's a lot of interesting stuff about here for you. Covent Garden's a really interesting area. But the rest of you all notice that, although maybe he's not, there is the excitement there, and there's more. He probably would like to know more about it than push it off. Than not, but he wouldn't want to admit that, especially not if there was any other police officers round about that weren't part of Falcon. As I say, he gives you all his card, and it's really nice to make sure you get your coffee. Then he escorts Warwick out, and as they're leaving, Warwick says, "You know what I reckon? It's a poltergeist, isn't it? And anyone with magic or occult skill can roll for me."
Oh, I've got a cult skill. Hold on. I knew that would be useful.
What did you call me?
Punch. You forget you're on my stream. I have no fear.
Well, there goes half of my repertoire.
So that still passes because it's an advantage. It's a expert skill.
Yeah, cool.
So.
And so also, Right, so you get a standard pass and you get a hard, don't you, Sarah?
Yes.
So, wait a minute, hold on, because...
Oh, I should ask, do we mark these like we do on Cthulhu?
I can't remember.
I'll do it just in case, and if we
Just
don't
in
need it, we
case.
don't need it.
Exactly, yeah. So, Nikki, you know that poltergeists are a type of ghosts. And you know that ghosts don't usually throw things around or try to hurt people. And if they do, then it's quite a serious thing. But you're thinking this might not be a ghost at all, but something more concerning. Sarah, you, however, you know that it takes at least 100 years for a real poltergeist to develop. You know, so ghosts don't often throw things away. Sometimes they do, but it takes at least 100 years. So, I mean, if the buildings are 200 years old, it has had enough time for one to build up. And with that, what it leaves. You can now move to the scene of the crime, should you wish.
Taking a big sip of the coffee first, and also definitely getting the receipt, because we can claim this on expenses.
Yes.
I'd
You're going to love the laundry. Anyway, sorry.
I'd slipped, like, did you say there were pastries and things like in the first scene?
Yes, there were.
I'd had something and I'd like wrapped it up.
Very cool.
You know, I'd eaten a couple of bites and then
Yeah.
I tucked it in my handbag, and so I get it out and I dip it in my coffee and start staring like at the buildings and like looking at everything and eating my pastry.
They almost they almost leave without you. You're so kind of engrossed and staring with your things. Well, there's no food from outside, please.
Rachel
No,
will
I meant
look,
like as I was leaving, like we're taking them with us.
Yeah,
aren't we? So, yeah.
Rachel will look very weird at you two dipping pastry in your coffee.
Yeah, I mean, you just want the no, not the closer to 0 is better. Closer to 1 is better. If you get 0, then it's 100.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, sorry, just Lavaita written in chat about how you want to score. You want to get under your skill roll, and for a hard success, it's half of your skill, right? And crit would be a 1, and a crit fumble would be 100.
Okay.
That's why we write halves all over the thing.
Exactly,
Also
yeah.
for when it's difficult.
Oh, okay.
So I can say as well that you need a hard success for something to pass.
It needs to be
yeah.
under your half score.
Yeah, if I say you need a hard success, or if you just get a hard success, that's a better level of success, so you'll get more information or you'll get to do more
Okay.
with that.
Thank you.
You're
I just
welcome.
couldn't find it on the sheet.
Oh, don't worry about it. You can always ask, because then I might need to look something up and learn something. You never know.
Also, it means this is good for people who are watching who might want to play it, then they can learn it from us.
Definitely.
Learn from us.
Learn. It's so fun.
There are many things you can learn from us. I'm sure that will become apparent.
Oh, aye. Lots of
So
fucking
much.
things. People that watch our shows know. Right. Nikki, as you all exit and you're walking towards the bookshop, I would like you to give me an architecture roll, please.
I shall. I went to pick up a dice that isn't there. I was just
Damn
like,
it.
oh no, I'm rolling on the thing. I was like,
I offered you dice.
I know. I've got actual tarot cards here.
Oh, nice.
Did
I've got the cult tarot cards as well.
I? Oh, that was bad. I got 8.
Well, you can push the roll, or you could spend luck if you wish. So, what is your skill? What's the level of it?
It's 60.
60, right? So you could spend 24 luck to pass, or you could push it. And no, I don't think you should push it because I can't think of anything for the fail of pushing. So either you can spend the luck, or
I will spend 24 luck.
there we go. So you know that it's a Georgian building. It's not as grand as the Folly. You know that it'll be a listed building, so that the owners will be very limited to what they can do. Maybe the when the shop was, they were bought and put together, that it was done before it was listed. So probably quite a while ago.
1980s was
Yeah.
listings mostly. That's actual real knowledge I actually have.
Yeah, see, here we go. That is a. Oh God. Oh yeah. Rumble. R.I.P. to Rumble. Sorry. Rumble was a wonderful cat who was an arsehole.
He was an arsehole, but he was
Yes.
a great arsehole. So.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We can all be arseholes, so. Anyway, so yeah, so you definitely know that the building will be because you passed that as well, didn't you? The occult room. So yeah, definitely 18th century, so long enough for a poltergeist to have taken form. You get to the door. You see part of the door is boarded up, so with the board and there's some police tape on it, and you can see a woman moving about through the glass. The door's locked.
Knock on the door. Hold up my card.
You hold up your card right away. Okay. So she walks over the door and starts to. You see her mouthing sorry. Don't know until 11 and. Sorry. And then she opens the door. You're from the Special Investigation Unit, aren't you? Come in.
Yeah, hi. And we'll do introductions because I don't have to say all that again.
Yeah. You can give me another read person roll. All of you.
That was 41 over 60.
41 over 60. Excellent.
Is that how that goes? I can't remember what order the numbers meant to come in.
Under. 41 under 60, yeah.
I got under, because I've only got 30, but I got 16. So
There you go.
Over.
Rachel? Are you okay? You're muted, my dear.
Fantastic. That's what I say. I'm just not here, apparently. What did you ask for?
Don't worry. It's all right. Just read the person again as you meet this Saffron Jackson.
So that's social, right?
No, read person is his own skill.
Read person, it was that. Okay, yep. Nope, that's an 87.
Okay. So, wait a minute. Okay, so I want to describe, because I'm terrible at describing things, so I'm going to go back to the description and actually describe her. He's a tall, slender black one that's got a long face, relaxed hair, put into like a pixie sort of bob. He's dressed in a very crisp ivory coloured blouse, smart suit trousers, and if any of you are like fashion or money oriented, you can see that her shoes are Oxford leather, really expensive sort of shoes. For those of you that passed the read a person, she looks happy to see you, but also annoyed. Well, I'm so glad you're here, officers. I'm not sure what I should call you.
I guess we're here being officials, so officers will do for now.
You can call me Elsie if you like.
Thank you, Saffron. Thank you. And she shakes your hand. Have you spoken to Warwick yet?
Yeah, we saw him just now, but he has been up all night and he got hit on the head. So
Is he all right?
Best.
He's gone before I got here. Is he okay?
He'd drunk a lot of coffee, so I
That's
don't know how he's going to sleep once he goes home. But the officer from the from the local forces has given him a lift home.
Excellent.
Didn't make sense for him to make his own way home in the state he was in.
Probably not, no. I thought if you give me an observation roll, please.
Ooh.
And call out what you get.
Oh, that was shit. 97.
Over.
62. Not going to work.
Even with my boosted observation,
Well, you
not
can
going
push
anywhere.
it.
How do we push?
You re-roll, and if something bad happens, something really bad happens.
Can I spend 2 luck to make mine a...
Of course, yes. And remember, you've got bonuses as well. I think you've got 2 bonuses available, and I still have my what you call it, complication.
He does love to have a complication.
I do. It makes me so happy.
I'm gonna push it.
I'm going.
Good.
I don't know if I want to, but I'm going to.
Because what's good about this book is it's actually got a thing
34.
for... Oh, there we go. And that's a
Fudge
pass.
for that. I'm paying attention this time.
And I'm going to spend 4 luck.
Okay. So, what are we? Lost. Right, anyway. So, all of you regular successes, those who passed, or anyone got hard?
No, that'd just be regular.
Okay. As you come in, you can see the light. No, it's not light, sorry. You can see a glazed dome set into the ceiling over the nearest hill. Is anyone how close is anyone to hard success?
I've got 60 in
And you get 34. You could spend a 4 luck if you wish.
34. I'll spend 4 luck. Hold on.
Spend all your luck.
No, I got quite a lot of luck when I rolled for it, so I'll spend my 4 luck.
So you spend your 4 luck, and what it says you're looking around. So at first you didn't notice anything, then you kind of you see that the others kind of stop and you then see this glazed dome. And as your eyes are coming back down to so eye level, you spot a convex mirror mounted above the left-hand door. It seems to probably cover one of the dead spots that Anderson had mentioned.
I don't hear.
Sorry, I just read a bit of advice. Remember, as a GM, you should always play fair and shouldn't encourage your players to spend luck on rolls or push them if they don't need the help to move the story forward. No, I wouldn't do that.
How old is this mirror? Is it an old mirror or is it like a new?
No, it's
mirror?
it's a convex mirror. It's one of the ones like for catching shoplifters.
Okay.
So we don't really have. We've got a table over here we can sit at if you'd like.
That'd be nice. Are we okay to drink our coffee in here? We just obviously we just come from the coffee shop.
You know what bookshops are like nowadays. Just it's absolutely fine. I was thinking about having a cafe put in downstairs anyway. Although
that would be a neat idea, although hardly unusual for a bookshop, I guess. Depends.
I know,
it's going to take up your book space.
Takes up the book space, but then people sit and drink their coffees. But I really don't want to, step on any toes down the road. I really like the coffee shop there.
Mm.
Maybe you could start selling pie and mash or something. I don't know.
A wonderful idea. So maybe we can get this out of there quickly and we can be open by 11.
That would be great. We'd all love that. Have you got any CCTV footage of what happened last night? Have you looked at it yet yourself?
Give me a social roll, please. The CCTV footage.
I'm going to roll against 60. I got 24.
There we go. Yes, I suppose. I mean, the police have already looked at it. Probably showing you will be fine. So
is that something we can? Are we going to look at it here? Or are we going to get something we can take away and look at repeatedly?
Well, we can look at it here. I think the police from Charing Cross, they have. Yeah. No, skills aren't raised. You're right. Skills aren't raised through fail or success. Thank you, Tim. What would I do without him? Anyway, sorry. No, we can look at it here. I think they have their own copy, so maybe we'll get it from them. But if it will help you just now, as I said, maybe we can get this done. If you're looking at that, I can still get the shop open. Trying to get hold of Amy. She'll hopefully be in later.
We want to get things sorted for you as soon as possible, but we do have to look at this stuff.
Of course. Do you have any questions, or do you want me to just tell you my what I know?
Rachel will look at the books that fill, like, is the books specific topics, new books, older books, was it close to what he was doing at the time, or...
Mm-hmm. Sorry, you know that what he was doing at the time, it was the cookery section. Yeah, that he was working at. He was rearranging the cookery section, and it was an art book initially that happened, and then there was more books from there. But they're downstairs in the basement. Right now you're on the ground floor. Pardon me. And you're sitting just across from the till.
Those Ottolenghi books are so heavy.
Yeah.
So from your point of view, what happened last night?
Well, I got a phone call in the early hours from a police officer asking me to come down, take care of the door. They said they had to break the glass to get inside. Sorry, I'm just looking at my camera. So they break the glass to get inside after what happened to poor Warwick. They left shortly after that because it was all kicking off in the piazza. There was a fight at a bar or something, because you know what it's like, coming garden on a Saturday night. So next I called the maintenance company to send someone over to board up the door, clean up the glass. Once the maintenance guy got here, checked around, see if anything was missing. Didn't look like it, but it's a bit hard to tell with all the mess downstairs. I've not touched anything down there because one of the officers told me to wait not to until you'd been to see it.
Thank you, we really appreciate that.
So if there's nothing else, I can take you down there just now. I don't want to tell you how to do your job, but I'd really appreciate it if you'd hurry up. I'd like to get everything squared away again so I can open.
Can we just see the footage before we start?
Yes, of course. If you just come with me, it just takes you to a little office at the back. Where is the footage?
What about we start with messing with Marc and split the party already?
That doesn't mess with it, it's fine by me. See? I've got expected. Just push you all into the well in the basement. Right, wait a minute. Okay. So, who is going where? Who's all going to look at the CCTV camera? Who's going down to...
I'm going to look at the CCTV.
And I'm going in the basement.
Well, actually, you all go down to the basement because that's where the CCTV footage is. Some of you will then go to look at the area, and some of you will go to the camera. Who's going to the camera, and who's going to see, and who's going to look at the books?
I think I'll go with the books.
Books.
I'm team camera.
Team camera. Elsie, what about you?
I'm going to go downstairs.
Right, everyone's downstairs. You're going with Sarah to look at the footage, or are you going with Nikki and Rachel to?
Well, if Nikki and Rachel have one of them, then I'll stay with Sarah.
So first we'll do with Sarah and Elsie. As you go into this little back room, Saffron, sits at the tiny little desk. There's 2 monitors there. He just clicks away on the keyboard, just kind of hammering it out. He goes, okay, I think this is it. The footage starts. You see Warwick appear in the far left of the screen, just almost out of shot, just because of how the camera's positioned. And then books appear suddenly, entering the frame mid-flight, and then they hit. Force of impact pushes him further into the frame as well as knocking him down. Then Warwick pulls himself up and staggers drunkenly towards the till, disappearing out of shot again. So that appears to be when not the initial hit, rather the when the big load of books hit him.
Oh, this isn't the Banksy, this is the follow-up.
Yeah. So you have the magic skill, don't you? So Sarah, you probably recognise that so you look at the footage. It doesn't really tell you who could have thrown it, but you don't think it was the result of a spell being cast. And can you tell me why you think that? I'll give you a hint. You talked about
Because the
your
electrical
phone.
stuff's okay.
Yes.
His phone isn't fucked.
Yep, the cameras are not fucked. So any spell that we were able to move the books like that would have been strong enough to...
Impel is what fucked up my phone.
Yes. Says, well, that's all that's really interesting there. I can show you when you get... we don't have them getting hit on the head with the Banksy, which, when I heard about that, I found it quite funny. Please don't tell him I said that. I feel really, really bad for him.
Dark humour, you wouldn't believe it in this job.
Oh, I am sure. I've read a fair few crime novels in my day. Sorry, I'll let you get back to it. Is there anything else you'd like to see in here?
Are all of the exits covered by cameras?
Yes. Because you've got the exits, you've got the exit on the front, so where you entered, and then you've got the one on the other side as well. So for the buildings were joined, it was, so New Row the one you entered through, and the other one is Garrick Street. That's the private entrance to the exit.
And there's no roof access or...
No.
Can we see all the words? Can we see the CCTV footage? See, it's hard.
Yes.
That covers the till upstairs as well, just in case we can see anything in the reflective mirror or of the door.
Yeah, of course. She flicks it through to you, so flicks through, tap, 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 takes her a couple of seconds, and she brings it up, and you see him go past. She speeds it up a little bit. Yeah, you see him go past carrying some books. And then a little while later, as it speeds through, you see people breaking open. You see the door being broken open, not the door being broken open, but you see the people come through after it's been broken open, and rushing down the stairs. But otherwise, nothing.
Not even if we look in the reflections on the mirror.
Even
in the
you
footage.
don't see anything, no.
Well, it's worth checking.
Could you download us a copy of that footage, please?
She looks to the side. I really shouldn't, but okay. She gets out a USB drive. You can keep this. It's got the logo of the shop on it. I meant to give them out to suppliers, but here you go.
Thank you. I'll definitely be putting that straight into my machine without running any kind of security on that.
Of course. Where else would you expect?
Just don't bring it in the Folly.
Yeah.
You can bring it in, just don't try and access it.
Yeah, and I'll be putting it in and taking it out without right-clicking and pressing eject.
Exactly. Just rip that fucker out.
Oh.
While you're writing data to it. There you go. That's how you live dangerously. So, you're in there doing that. Rachel and Nikki, you see a large pile of disorganised books in the middle of the cookery section. So the medicine, it looks like they've come out from, they've actually flown out from 5 different shelves in the art section. So there's 5 shelves in the art section that are empty, and they seem to be propelled right the way across the room, and are now lying in a big pile. So to have thrown them, someone would have to, well, no, give me an intelligence roll.
That's
I got
Pass? Success?
I got pass. Yeah, I got 26 under 70.
Oh, there you go. That's a hard success. Very good.
I have a
Rachel?
hard success too. I got 17 under 80.
Very, very nice. So looking at these pile of books, looking at where they came from, you can see that had someone been there, thinking about Warwick's story, someone would have had to have snuck around behind him without him noticing, which would have been tricky. Not impossible, but if he was really engrossed in his work, it wouldn't have been that impossible, but probably not all that likely. So if it was someone doing it, where did they hide when Warwick searched the shop? And how did they throw so many books at once? Something doesn't add up. It doesn't seem like it could have been just a person or maybe a couple of people. And now, as both Sarah and Elsie come out, you were asked to do something by Nightingale. Do anyone remember what it is?
It's the one thing I didn't make a note of if we were asked.
Get the place
I
open by
noticed-
11:30.
I noted signs of disturbance, but can we do like a sense fastidia kind of thing?
That's what we're after, yes. So you can all roll sense fastidia.
Oh, good.
Tell me how it goes.
That's 23 under 30.
Over.
13 under 30, so that's
Yep,
a
so
hard
hard.
2.
I
And Sarah,
failed.
the only
Got
magic user.
75
fails.
over 60. Yeah, only magic user
Would
fails
you
this
like to
one.
push it?
What's the effect of pushing it? I mean, I know I get a reroll in practice, but like, yeah, you're making the beats go harder. But also, what does that detract from me?
If you fail, things it'll just screw up your sense. In this case, there's nothing really, nothing you can really lose from it, especially since
Then-
others have already passed. It's more just to test out the rules this time, I think.
So if I was doing it, what would the cost be to me?
If you were to fail, you would not be able to sense fastidia, I think, let's say, for the next few hours.
Right. I'm not going to push it this time because other people have passed. But
Right, so for those that passed, well, I mean, one thing that you would know, Sarah, and maybe this is why you can't sense anything, is because books absorb fastidia, like egg boxes do the sound, from sound when you get the not egg boxes, but the
Don't use egg
shaped
boxes.
things, not egg
Don't use egg
boxes.
boxes.
I mean the shapes, the foam padding. I can't speak. This absorbs the sound, and books kind of work that way with fastidia. So it makes it weak and harder to detect. So that's probably why, even being the magic user, that you weren't quite able to do it. Maybe the rest of you are stood in different places, and you're able to get a better read on it. So for those who got a regular success, well, for everyone, of course, but regular success only gets this. As you concentrate and you try to feel for the fastidia, you get a smell hits your nose like blood, rotting straw. But doesn't smell like fresh blood, smells there's been there for a long time. For Rachel, you get the hard success. Not only do you get this smell, the smell is worse for you. It smells almost like an abattoir, but you can feel fear. You can hear shouting and screams, and you can feel excitement, and you can feel desire and disappointment. And vicarious pain. You don't feel the pain, but you know that pain was suffered here. It's an almost visceral feeling. If it was any stronger, maybe you'd want to puke, but
So, who was the other one? Nikki was the other one who felt the smell, right?
Mhm.
So, like when the smell comes, Rachel would have had her focus on the books first. Then when the smell comes, she was like, and then as she
So the
closes her eyes,
you would have to concentrate for it. It's not that you just suddenly smell it. To sense fastidia, you
Okay.
need to put effort into it as well as a roll.
okay. then when she focuses, if anyone is watching her, you will see her eyes get very dark blue compared to what they were before. And when she hears the sound, she'll probably like try to figure out if they're coming from somewhere or it's just the room.
What do you mean? It's
like-
vestigia. So vestigia is the residue left from strong emotions, from the use of magic at times, but it doesn't need to be.
But would you be able to pinpoint more exactly
No, that's
where
not how
these...
vestigia works. No.
Okay, so it's just in the room.
Yes.
Okay.
You could, if you were to move away, it would feel weaker and weaker. And as I said, books soak it up very well. So the fact they were able to get such a strong sense here is something of itself. Yes.
Something really bad happened here.
What are you getting?
This wild smell of old blood and straw. And
Slaughterhouse?
a lot of screaming. Lots
Human
of
screaming?
emotions. More like... from what you described, Marc, I'm thinking like orgy, or more like someone really enjoying torturing someone else. Is what I got from your description. Is that?
If that's how you interpret it.
Does it fit with?
The vestigia is just feelings. How you interpret them, or how an individual interprets them, is up to them. You're never going to get an exact idea of what is happening unless you turn up like 3 seconds after something's happened, like a murder's happened, and you
What
check
I'm
the site, you'll
asking
get a
is,
better idea. But
what I'm asking is, did I hear you correct? Did I hear?
I did not say orgy. I said that you could feel excitement, you could feel disappointment. So anger, you could feel lots and lots of different emotions.
Yeah, lots of different emotions, but
high emotions, not just I don't care about this. There's lots of, some people are some very, very excited, some very disappointed, highs and lows rather than.
And screams. So lots of emotions all over the place.
Not necessarily screams of pain. Yeah. You wouldn't be able to tell that. It's not that you actually hear these things, it's a feeling of it.
Okay.
I only got a small sense, but it was deeply unpleasant.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got the full the nasal part of it, the scent of it, maybe the colouring of it, but the smell of the straw and the blood was very, very strong for you.
Is Saffron still around?
Yes, she is.
What was this building before it was a bookshop?
I couldn't tell you, dear. I've been the manager here for 15 years now. I'm not fairly much of a history buff.
And just in case there was any knowledge about what it was before in the shape of the shop or anything.
I don't. Sorry, I'm sure
all
you'll be
right.
able to find it online. Mm-hmm. It's
no Google Street View from back then, I'm afraid.
2016. Yes, it is.
No,
that's not 15 years ago.
No, you don't need 15 years ago. 2016 is when you are.
Yeah. We're not going to be able to see back
Well,
before she was there on
No.
Street.
There are maps though,
There are
presumably,
maps.
and
I'm
county
sure it's possible.
records, and before Google Street View, off.
What? I live on Google Maps. Don't understand. What do you mean
I was
before?
going to ask the question: is the bit we're in the back or the front of the property? Is it is it closer to the back or closer to the front of the property?
Probably more to the middle.
Okay.
You might actually realise that you're probably standing directly under that kind of dome thing from where you
Okay.
are.
Yeah, I've drawn a little doodle because I've got like the things I've got with me are like paper, pencil, etc. And I've like sketched, and I've got like good like sense of space
Yeah.
in terms of like the like I don't need to get out a tape measure to work out one thing is above another thing.
Wait, I will give you some pictures because I am
So-
nice like that.
Aw,
I know.
I feel
Too
loved.
I know. I
Where
am a
am I finding-
benevolent god.
I wouldn't go that far.
What? I
Something
am.
beginning with ba.
Yeah, just wait till Friday.
Sorry for Alex. Alex isn't going to be there.
I know, but she has
Yeah,
to take care of you after the fact.
Oh no, I'll just go to bed. It'll be fine. I'll just be sitting in bed eating chocolate. That's what's going to be happening there.
Fair enough. Right, Odin, I have given you a floor plan in Discord.
Where am I looking?
In Discord.
Oh, there we go.
I happen to have
What?
a
Whoa, what are you talking about? No one asked you.
Google's taking an interest now we've mentioned Street View a few times.
Yeah. God damn you.
That
She's
was
like, oh, hello.
Shut it,
Google
woman.
Vestigia.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right, so. They're making me jump back and forth, and it's terrible. So, what would you like to do?
Oh, fun.
So,
Nobody has wear light, no? No. Well, fuck you.
would I be able to search up, like, do a Google search and find out what the building have been before?
Yes, definitely. You can give me a research roll, please.
I can definitely do that.
Yes, ma'am.
Yikes.
What you got?
Way too much. 89.
You can push it.
Yeah.
I mean, I could roll. But I also have friends in city planning.
Right. Pushing it, okay, that was pretty good. But pushing it and failing, right? Well, that would mean is you wouldn't find anything. You would find the Bookshop's website, right?
Okay, so I don't risk my computer or stuff like that. Okay,
No.
let's try then. Yay, 26. So that's a hard success.
Yes, that is very good. So you spend, I mean, it's not very quick. You're not just like searching everyone else moving about, looking around the shop, talking to each other. You were a good half an hour, sitting down, concentrating on this, whatever's left of your coffee's getting cold. You put a little bit of extra effort into it. So you're able to see that it's a listed building from the Georgian period. One thing the thing that hits you the last as you're searching and going through, that smell and that feeling just kind of doesn't leave you. and you come across the fact that this was where the most famous cockfighting ring was in London in the 1800s, the early 1800s. The dome was associated with it, but no one's 100% certain. But yeah, that's what you get with your hard success. That this used to be the home of the most famous cockfighting ring in London.
Okay. Then
So,
a lot of things
with
make
that,
sense.
with that info, so I take it you would like to then, as you're going through that, and I've got some more info here to give you, so I may as well give it to you. Because I didn't know this either. Cockfighting was once a highly popular and very lucrative spectator sport in London and elsewhere in the UK. I knew that. Historically speaking, its roots go back over 6,000 years, though it first became really popular in England during the Tudor era. In the 18th century, the blood sport was at its height, with all levels of society indulging in the heavy betting that accompanied each match. Upper-class venues, like the Royal Cockpit, whose last remaining traces are the cockpit steps by Birdcage Walk, charged a hefty admission fee to keep the riffraff out. So that's all there was then. It took around 2 years to fully train a fighting bird. 2 fucking years. Due to the amount of money required for that training and the size of the wagers on fight days, this blood sport was tightly regulated, and more so than any other sport at the time. It was finally banned in England and Wales in 1835 under the Cruelty to Animals Act. Yeah, fucking bastards. Should have been long before that. Anyway, so that's what you get from your hard success there.
Right. I'm sorry, I was looking at chat.
I can't see chat.
Have you seen the tail feathers on that cock? It's been shaved. It's been plucked. It's a plucked cock. Anyway, sorry.
That's what
This is Tweety! The chickens are revolting!
You're not so great yourself.
Chickens. So do you share this knowledge with everyone else, or?
Yeah, definitely.
So it kind of seems relevant that it's in cookbooks now. I'm wondering how many of them are like chicken recipes.
Maybe that's
Cookbooks,
why.
cockbooks.
Was it not? Was it like, are all the vegetarian books like the last one?
It was the art books that were thrown, right? So
Yes.
It wasn't even the cookbooks that was like, So while she searches up, she would like probably hum a bit to herself, like, interesting, like, like when she's done reading and like just closes the laptop and go, well, that gives some answers. It was apparently the most famous cockfighting arena.
Sorry, that sounded like cockfighting, which is even funnier.
Fighting.
Just all these cocks.
Oh.
Oh, the male cocks. Anyway, sorry, on you go.
Oh,
Apologies.
That confirms what I was thinking. That's what I thought I could smell.
It makes sense, and all the emotion will make sense then too. Winning, losing, yeah.
It
But-
sounded like it smelled like a hen house. Like rotting straw.
And the blood will make sense too then. So the interesting thing is that it was my brain was a gentleman's sport, but that was not that high society sport.
Are cocks known for being able to throw books?
Only the literate ones.
Well, it takes anybody who's got a bit of money to put down on the rich man. It's nothing to him to put to bet, and the poor man hopes to win the rich man's money.
Yeah, but the poor wouldn't have been here. They were not allowed.
Sorry.
So just a classic case of the rich is getting richer.
So we think it was a ghost then, rather than magic. It doesn't look like it was magic because the cameras are working, and the cameras wouldn't still be working if it was magic. So it must have been some kind of ghost.
Then the question is, did anything happened? Would I have come
remember hitting the
across
head by a
something
book.
like that during the research? Any stories about the last fight, or any extra big scandals, winnings, losings, fights between humans about it?
So,
What?
right. Saffron comes up to you all. So, have you finished now? I'd really like to try and get this cleared up so I can open.
Marc, did I find anything about, during the research, was there any stories about like gossip from the last fight before it was closed down? Any gossip about winners and losers, like between the people, not the... Hence, like anything that came up that could give a clue about what or who this ghost was?
No.
No. Okay. Thank you.
I mean, I think we need to have a quick discussion because she could open the shop, but we haven't actually got rid of the whatever was throwing books around, because they still may throw books around and injure an actual customer.
Exactly.
Yeah, maybe
And
we should have a.
We should definitely call, if we think this is a we needed to find out whether this was a case for us as well. Like, we weren't coming in thinking it was a case for us. We were finding out whether it was the case.
I mean, we don't cover ghosts.
And we should probably ring in to say, work to tell them. Pardon?
I don't think we cover ghosts.
Oh,
That's supernatural, isn't it?
We would cover ghosts, yes. That's anything.
Oh, okay. Just checking.
Anything weird would come under the Folly.
anything
We just
weird.
have to get rid of the
Anything weird.
ghost then.
So we should let folks know that this
Nightingale.
is definitely something weird.
Yeah. So we need to get a message to...
Nightingale.
Yes, exactly.
Not a message to you, you need to return. He asks you to go back and report.
We can go back, but we might want to advise the staff to just steer clear of this area for a bit. Just like, rest of the shop's fine, but maybe not down here in this bit.
Didn't he get attacked in two different places though?
Only downstairs.
Okay.
Maybe they
Just
could.
twice,
Maybe
because he
they.
went away and came back.
Maybe they could close downstairs, and if they need anything from there, come back another day.
Put it on order. Yeah.
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 So, you tell Saffron, you think might be better for her to keep people, maybe clearly keep people away from here. She gives you a look. Yeah, look, we do what we can. Thank you so much for your help. And she starts ushering you outside.
I do feel like we need to firmly say any injuries that happen downstairs after we've told you not to open downstairs are your issue and not ours.
That makes her stop a second. Well, I'm sure we can have the basement closed for the evening. Maybe I can bring some of the books up here. I need to see if I can get hold of Amy. Okay, right, fine. I'll close off the basement and you do what you need to do. Please get back to me as soon as you can.
We will, don't worry. It's not far away.
And she takes you, opens the door for you, lets you out, and you hear a loud sigh as you leave.
Was it a saffron kind of sigh or a different kind of
just
sigh?
a saffron, not a saffron kind of sigh. With that, you all head back to the Folly to present your findings to Nightingale, which I think we will leave for next time to see if you've taken notes. So with that, we will leave our first adventure in Weird Bollocks. Sorry if I was a bit distracted there. I was trying to get you all to come out, and then I didn't do it properly, so fuck it. We are Tales of Myth and Mayhem. This is Rivers of London from Chaosium and Ben Aranovich. This was episode 1 of Adventures in Weird Bollocks. I hope you all enjoyed it. They are doing investigating much better than I could do, and unfortunately Tim is only on the sidelines. Otherwise, he could have been very helpful finding a well and throwing himself in it. We will go around, say goodbye to everyone, see how the night was, plug anything you want to plug, and then we're going to fuck off. And on Saturday, the next game is... Lavaita can tell you about it. She knows more than me. So anyway, Lavaita, how was your evening?
Yeah, thanks. That's all I've got to plug. So thanks for letting me do that. I'm playing in the next game, which is on Saturday or Sunday, depending what time zone you're in, and it's Memphis by Night, which is the Vampire the Masquerade Chronicle. It's part 5. The others are on YouTube if you want to catch up in advance. And I've had a fun time. Thank you very much.
Excellent. Kat, how about you?
I apologize for my
No, look, I was worse. Don't worry about it.
koala brain today. But it was fun. I'm very much looking forward to this. And we should be back to Fallout on Sunday. And for anyone who needs new smart clickety-clack math rocks, go to North Foundry. Yep.
Sorry. Excellent. Aileen, what the fuck? I know your name's Aileen.
I quit.
Yeah, sorry. I'll bring the giraffes.
I had no giraffes. Oh my god! I've had loads of fun. Thank you very much for that tonight. I'm very, very new at this, so I don't really know what I'm doing.
You're doing wonderfully.
I have nothing to plug at all, other than my cat hasn't been here. She only showed up once all night, so I'm sorry. I'll endeavour to get more cat appearances next time.
Yay! Always good. And last but certainly not least, Aleks.
I have had a great time. I don't have anything of my own to plug, but you can see a few of us on a one shot we did about a month and a half ago called Mothership. That was quite a lot of fun.
It is very cool. I'll put a link in the description.
I was a Serbic android, and I shall not give away the game so that you all go and watch it on YouTube.
Yeah,
but it's very funny. It was
Excellent.
really funny.
We could have played that for like 12 hours. We were just yammering and talking such crap. It was great.
I will be running that again. Probably do we might do an audio version of that actually as well. Anyway, yeah. So we've got some special things coming up as well, including some cult content, which will be fairly awesome. Got Vampire the Masquerade coming up. We have cults. We have Fallout. We have Back to Slane next week. And we shall, take our leave now, and you can fuck off and do whatever you're going to do. Like, subscribe, comment, blah, blah, blah. Bye.
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 Well, thank you very much